Welcome to Football Dialogue with me, your host, Paulinho. And as you might know by now, I'm not alone. I'm with Katlego Mosielele, our award-winning journalist. So today, dissecting on FIFA Club World Cup. We're going straight to it. You know, football conversations never end. Welcome, guys, to Football Dialogue as we go straight to the conversation. Katlego, how's it?
Always a pleasure being with you, my brother.
No.
Great
Football
stuff.
Dialogue conversation, and we are talking FIFA Club World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, and how do you see it, man?
An exciting one that is going to play currently. The USA being the host of this magnificent World Club World Cup. 32 teams will be playing across the world. Teams from continent of Africa, teams from Europe, teams from South America. It's going to be an exciting one, Paulie. We just cannot wait to see how this is going to play. Mamelodi Sundowns, you've seen on Sunday leading South Africa.
The boys are going to represent South Africa. I'm so excited about that one, But we're going to get to that group shortly. Let's go group by group. Group A, we see Al Ahly, Inter Miami, Palmeiras, and Porto.
One of the exciting groups as well, Paulie. Al Ahly, we understand very well that they've just been joined by coach Jose Riviero from Orlando Pirates. He's just new there, but being the coach that understands the type of football so Al Ahly stand a good chance as well to play a very beautiful game and a very beautiful tournament on the tournament. Not forgetting Inter Miami.
Messi.
A lot of people, they don't actually know that. That's a team that has been played. It has a Lionel Messi as well as Suarez.
Suarez is also there.
So the tournament is going to be very well. Palmeiras from a Brazilian, the Brazilian team that is playing. Neymar is also part of this team.
So Group A is exciting. It's an exciting group,
Porto, a team from Portugal.
Obviously, that's a well-known team, and it's got very, very brilliant players.
Now, Porto and Palmeiras, I see those teams qualifying to the next round.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I think I will agree with you. Porto will definitely go through, but I have to go with Al Ahly. I see Jose Riviero surprising a whole lot of people, So I think Al Ahly and Porto will go through.
Absolutely.
And then now moving to Group B. Group B, it looks also interesting. I'm not going to be biased, but I think it looks interesting. We've got Botafogo, we've got Atletico Madrid, we've got Paris Saint-Germain, and we also have Seattle South.
Seattle South, a team that plays in the Arabs. Not a well-known team. What is so interesting about this tournament, Paulie, is that there are a lot of underdogs. You go to play each and every team knowing that.
Bring it on, sir. Yes.
Unless if you watch the videos of that particular team.
Yes. Then you'll understand.
But if you are a PSG, a team that is on form, a team that won 4 competitions in a season.
True.
I mean, they stand a good chance, PSG, to go to the next round. The last team on this Group B, Atletico Madrid.
We've got Griezmann.
We have a lot of players that are playing.
We've got a lot of professionals.
And also the coach as well. He's a coach that understands the football very well. So here it's a Europe versus what is this?
Seattle South
as well as this. These are the teams that are playing in the lower leagues, but they are playing against the teams that are playing in the bigger
teams that you think will go through in this group?
PSG. Obviously, definitely 100%, as well as Atletico.
I said I'm not going to be biased, but obviously PSG will go through, and I also go with Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Now, moving right along to Group C, it looks interesting as well, because we see there's Benfica there's Bayern Munich, and there's Auckland City, also Boca Juniors. Boca Juniors, it's also a good club.
Boca Juniors from Brazil.
It's got great players as well.
It has great players. We see also Auckland City, a team from United States of America. I've mentioned earlier on that these teams that are playing in USA, you cannot keep an eye on them because they also have a beautiful players. There's a team that are hungry of fighting and also competing against the big teams. But I mean, here you can just see Bayern Munich and Benfica. I mean, these are the big teams.
I think this one, I would say it's straightforward for me. Obviously, Benfica and Bayern, I see them going through.
Absolutely.
Even though Boca Junior could surprise a lot of people. I don't want to cut it out completely, but I think Boca Juniors can surprise a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So obviously, I'm sure about Bayern Munich it will go through. Then between Benfica and Boca Junior, I'm not sure there. You please remember my words here.
You're not sure about
because you did mention that we see a lot of underdogs, and this will be actually a beautiful fixture. It can surprise a whole lot of people. Moving right along to Group D, we see there's Chelsea, AS Tunis, the Tunisian club. There's Flamengo and also Lyon.
Yes, the only a team that I see here that I would say I know it very well, it's Chelsea. Also standing a good chance of going to the next stage. But then as Tunis as well as Flamengo, these are the two teams that I'm also looking at them, looking at how they are playing in their own countries. As Tunisian, one wouldn't say.
And also Flamengo, don't write it off. Flamengo have been playing good football. So Flamengo is got like they have beautiful players, and it can also surprise many.
But for me, the only two teams that I feel or I believe that they are going to go there is the two teams that are appearing on the top.
They stand a good chance of going through. And then Group E, we see Inter Milan, Monterrey, River Plate, Urawa Reds.
Wow.
I know Inter Milan and River Plate. Monterrey, I'm not so sure about it. Urawa Reds, I'm not so sure.
Urawa Reds is a team from Brazil. They are competing very well. I urge a lot of football fans to watch this World Cup because there's going to be a lot of surprises. There's going to be a lot of players being scouted from this. I think that's the main purpose of why hosting this FIFA World Cup.
It's giving them platforms so that we know more about them. But I think Inter Milan will go through, and I'm not so sure about River Plate and Monterrey, but I think because I know they are football, River Plate, I can also give it to them. But Inter Milan is for sure.
Definitely Inter Milan being eliminated in the final of Champions League.
They know the pain and they want to come back. Right?
They've been qualifying very well.
What do you think they need to fix from here?
From here, it's just, playing against
I think it's not a lot that they need to fix because, they managed to go to through to the finals, UEFA champions. So they are playing good football. And they stand a high chance of repeating what they did in UEFA and going through to the final. The finals.
To rectify their mistakes as well. It was such a humiliation to see them losing 5-0 in the final. Of Champions League history. The team who won it, which is a PSG, they made a history of scoring so many goals in the final. So for them, Inter Milan, I believe that they will come back and say we need to rectify all the mistakes that we did, and also show the world that we are capable of even reaching the final. So they have a message to send to the world.
So Inter Milan and PSG, do they stand a chance of going through the finals again?
Absolutely. Anything is possible, or even meeting in the same World Cup club. So the revenge.
But I'm not so sure about it. We're gonna move to Group F because now there's also an inclusion of Mamelodi Sundowns. So I don't think they'll be able to go because Mamelodi Sundowns also managed to go through the finals in the CAF Champions. And we see Group F, Dortmund, Fluminense, and Mamelodi Sundowns, also Ulsan, which they will be playing on the 18th.
As South African football fan and lover, while this is the most interesting Group F, we see Borussia Dortmund in this group. We know very well the Germans are the German machines. Every time they play against this, they'll be coming here without even wanting to know where the teams are coming from, but playing to win. And a team from Brazil, Fluminense. This is a team that a lot of people are expecting to see. It's one of the rich historic team from Brazil. They have won so many trophies in Brazil. So it's like a Mamelodi Sundowns in South Africa. Also Borussia Dortmund in Germany. We know very well that it's the second big team in the country of Germany. So it's an interesting one to see how this would go. But for me, Mamelodi Sundowns, they have players that are still a good chance. They have a good coach in the coach Cardoso. But because this is a high level competition, I really don't see Mamelodi Sundowns going into the next stage. The last time they participated in this Club World Cup, it was in
round of 16.
I don't see Mamelodi Sundowns. I see Fluminense from Brazil as
and
well as Dortmund going there. Okay. Unfortunately, Masandawana, we would have loved to see that. But
let's talk about the upcoming match with Sundowns and Ulsan.
Ulsan, yes, is a team from also from China. Ulsan, it's a team that has a good players as well, but Mamelodi Sundowns, for them to win or to even play a draw in their first match, it will be against this team, which is Ulsan. Yes, Paris players, they are going there, knowing exactly what they did in the Champions League final and losing against Pyramids, a team that was underdog. But yes, against the first team, which is Ulsan, they will do very well. But against Fluminense as well as Borussia Dortmund, it's not going to be an easy game unless if they collect the 3 points in the first game and then the next coming 2 games that are going to play, they play a draw or maybe they win if it happens.
And how do you see the exclusion of Mudau impacting Mamelodi Sundowns game?
It's a biggest setback, Paulisto. It's a biggest setback for Mamelodi Sundowns. We know very well Mudau,
a well-known right back.
I mean, he's the top number one in the country. That's true. Him as well being part of Bafana Bafana. So it's going to be a biggest setback. But I believe that the players that Coach Cardoso selected, each and every position within the team has a number 1 and number 2. So whoever is going to play or replace Mudau on the games, he's going to fill up and really shows South African football lovers that he's not missed. But yeah, it's a setback for Mamelodi Sundowns, but that mustn't just let the team being the setback.
Just quickly before we move to Group G, let's find out from our football fanatics what's their comment on this FIFA Club World Cup. Maybe they're just gonna share their favorite group, and we're just gonna hear from them. Let's take this one.
Wala bafethu ana ke vale group B le group E. Ona go group E ya ke shibile Inter Milan ke yone etlo pull out on the first one. It's gonna be the first team that's taking the lead in the group. And go group B, I go group B ke vale PSG ke yona ke bona batho ba go form batho ba machita a dlalang wabo. So yeah, I'm a fit. Danko.
All right, that's it. Now you've heard from the man himself. Let's move to Group G.
Yeah.
Group G, there's Al Ain, Juventus, Man City, and Wydad. It's an interesting group as well.
Yes.
Let's talk about Wydad a bit.
Wydad just leaving, Coach who was part of them, leaving the club. Yeah. And also being replaced by the new coach. He's been doing very well.
Okay.
That's when we started to see the likes of Tembin Koslo starting to play very well. Those connections going forward together with his teammates, they've been doing very well up to so far. Yes, man, they'll go there and represent the continent, very nice. But then looking at the teams that are in this group, Manchester City, Pep Guardiola being in the group, and as well as the Juventus. True. Now we are looking at the teams that are playing in the continent of Africa, 2 teams from Europe, as well as one club for the Arabs. So obviously, looking at the team, the leagues that these teams are playing at, one would choose Manchester City, obviously, and Juventus.
Okay, quickly before we go to Group H, we're gonna go straight to another voice note of our football fans telling us about their favorite group, the group that they think will give them a good football, because that's what we want. Let's go through it.
Okay, the FIFA Club World Cup is coming up in a few days. Much as I'm a Man City fan, but I think in this one, Group A is the most interesting one with Inter Miami, FC Porto, and the other 2 clubs. I think that's a group to look out for. It would be quite an interesting one to see which one would go through to the knockout stages. And and besides the fact that Messi is in Inter Miami, but I think Porto also is able to hold their own in terms of playing on the field with their good possession skills and with their coach bringing in all those players in. So it would be quite an interesting one to see how that will pan out.
Oh, really? You heard that for yourself. Now, moving to Group H, the last group, it's Al Hilal.
Yeah.
It's Pachuca, it's Real Madrid, and RB Salzburg.
Al Hilal, the team that Cristiano Ronaldo was playing for before he left the team.
Yeah.
It has a lot of players there. Sane is also playing for Al Hilal.
Yes, yeah.
And Real Madrid, obviously, it's a big team. They've just
Al Hilal, you mean Sane?
Yeah, Sane.
Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane.
Mane, not Sane.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Not
Mane.
Leroy Sane.
Yeah.
Sadio Mane. Yes.
Mane is there. Mane,
Yes. So yeah, this is also an interesting group.
Yeah, Real Madrid as well as RB Salzburg.
Yeah,
this is a team that is playing in Germany, so it's a big team as well. You know, I don't know if you've been realizing, Paul, that I've been selecting teams that are playing in Europe more than teams that are playing for any particular country or continent.
Yeah.
I'm selecting the European teams to go to the next stage because you know very well how European teams are playing when it comes to playing against the teams.
True.
They play in making sure that they put European teams at the top.
Yeah,
so even on this group as well, the last
historically it has been proven.
Absolutely. So I'm taking on this one as well. Real Madrid will go to the next group as well as this team RB Salzburg from Germany. I've been selecting.
I bet you differ. I see Real Madrid and Al Hilal.
Interesting one.
Yeah, I see Real Madrid and Al Hilal on this one.
Yeah,
because Al Hilal, they've been doing very well. They've been playing very well, and also with the inclusion of Sadio Mane, and I think they can bring forth a good football that we are.
I wouldn't disagree with you, but let me tell you the reason why I've chosen them. Al Hilal is doing very well in their competitive league.
Okay.
But the teams that Al Hilal is playing against in that league, are they powerful or are they strong enough to compete? So this team, yes, it's good in their respective league, but now going to play with a team that is playing in Bundesliga, against the team as well that is playing in La Liga.
Okay.
The level of play, the strongest.
This is where Al Hilal proves themselves. That they can do it. So it's gonna be a good football.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Paulie, and anything in football can happen.
That's true.
But for myself, I'm always putting the European teams first before the other teams. Not to say one is so ignorant in looking at other teams, but European teams. We are going to see European teams competing in the United States. It's going to be like Champions League in the United States.
All right, quickly, let's cross over to the next voiceover.
Ke le dumedisetse bahlomphei mono studio ngwana Paul le Kete ka nnete ke setse ke reletsa mositsi o motlaholo ho group F mona ke sheba ka nne nna ke tsamaya le Sundowns ke le morago wa letsholo ke ga Sundowns ke nna ke bona hore e ka nna ya tswela pele hore qualify ho kenella mohopeng mona wa lefatshe bona ha re sheba Sundowns ke sheba morao re hetla morao re hopola hore le mo tse 10 tse fitileng e sa lentseng ka league mona South Africa mona e lona ipabotseng ka hore e ne tswela pele ho nka di tlhotlhoga team tsa di patlotsa e di shapa mme la bontsha bogoni ba bona hape ho fitla finaleng ya CAF ka nnete ke maka hanang le a bona hore Sundowns ke tlhopha se segolo haholo not only in South Africa but lefatshe ka bophara Sundowns ke tlhopha se segolo ke re sela ka boyelo le tlampotsa ha re bone ka la ba go di athagoa re re keo ka boyelo e tlo kena ho tsona.
You heard it for yourself there.
Absolutely.
But now I just want us to talk about Sundowns, our South African club. Do you think they are ready to compete against these clubs, as you were mentioning, the likes of Salzburg, Real Madrid? Do you think Mamelodi Sundowns are ready for that?
So Mamelodi Sundowns stand a good chance together with Ron Williams to participate very well. They are going to definitely play very well. So I believe
now we see Sundowns, according to the fixtures, playing against Ulsan on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday they play Dortmund. Do you think 2 days is enough for Sundowns to play against a team like Dortmund?
Definitely. I believe the games that you are playing in your league prepares you into this big competition. So it's going to be very well. And they are going
Thank you so much, my brother. Mamelodi Sundowns up against Ulsan this Wednesday. And also on Saturday, the same week, they'll be playing Borussia Dortmund. And it's going to be a beautiful game. We can't wait to watch the game. Obviously, we are rallying behind our South African club, Mamelodi Sundowns. Thank you so much, my brother. Any last words?
To all the South Africans, the football lovers, let's support Mamelodi Sundowns. This is our team from South Africa, a team that we want to see it going forward. Remember, anything that Sundowns is doing in this Club World Cup, that means South Africa and the continent of Africa, they are doing very well. And the football is growing and it's improving, and the world can look at it. So,
and on that note, let's also support PSG. How do you feel that Arsenal is not part of the FIFA?
We're still cooking. Yeah, no, PSG.
That's giving Nabi vibes.